Welcome to Watchat, where we chat about watches and other facts of life. Today, we'll be checking out the new 2020 Oyster Perpetual 41mm, interest list, and grey market value of this watch. On the 1st September 2020, Rolex launched their new series of Oyster Perpetual. And for the very first time, the 41mm OP was introduced. The dial color of the watch is definitely something new, something different, and something you need to see in person to appreciate it, and that is what I did. So I went to the AD hoping to check out the yellow and turquoise dial. However, the only 41mm available are the green, blue, and red. Now let's first talk about what you already know. The watch is powered by the 3230 caliber movement, which is the same with the Submariner. It has a 70-hour power reserve and a ±2 seconds a day accuracy. It has a screw-down crown with a hacking seconds function and a 100-meter water resistance. It is Rolex and COSC certified. Because it now has the crown between Swiss and made at the 6 o'clock mark, there is no crown etching on the sapphire crystal. Now the watch is measured at 41mm in diameter and has a lug-to-lug of 46mm. I'm not too sure about the thickness of this watch, but it is a pretty slim watch. In fact, it is the slimmest Rolex watch I've worn. According to Rolex website, the 41mm has 7 dial color variants: the black, red, blue, turquoise, green, yellow, and silver. The black, blue, and silver dial has a sunburst effect, whilst the red, turquoise, green, and yellow has a solid color, i.e. it has no sunburst effect. As you all know, Rolex sapphire crystal has no AR coating on it. I don't know if you can see it from the video, but the solid colors help give a vivid look which works better than the sunburst dial on the lack of AR coating. It has less glare compared to the sunburst dial, whereas the sunburst or sunray finish dial kinda disturbs it under certain lighting or certain angle when you look at it. My personal opinion, go with the solid colors. They really do burst out, if you know what I mean. The writing and minute tracks on the dial are either black or white depending on the dial color. The watch has a dome bezel that is polished finish. The case is brush finish but has polished finish on the side. There are no holes on the lugs. The sapphire crystal on it is flat. The bracelet is the typical Oyster flat 3-piece link, which are all brush finish. The side of the bracelet, however, is polished finish. The links can be removed with screw pins and knot pin sleeves. It has the folding oyster clasp with the 5mm Easy Link extension. The crown on the buckle is embossed like they were before. I feel that the buckle is a little bit thicker than its predecessor, which is a good thing. Upon wearing it on my 16cm circumference wrist, I can immediately feel how light this watch is. I mean, it's crazy light. This may be a good thing or a bad thing to you, depending on your preference. Now, because this watch is mostly brush finish, it is a pretty down-to-earth watch notwithstanding the loud dial. It has less blink compared to the polished Oyster bracelet on a Datejust. Now I'm not too sure why, but the indexes and hands, though made of white gold, also appear to have less blink, especially on the solid colors. It could be an illusion effect caused by the solid colors. Or maybe because the indexes on the 41mm are chamfered only on 2 sides. If you've watched my earlier first impression videos on the OP, which I'll share a link in the description below, the hands are longer compared to the previous OP. With it being a modern Rolex, it has a chromolite lume, which gives out a blue glow at night. The 3, 6, and 9 o'clock mark has double indices, which doubles the glow. You will also notice the indices on the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock mark are slightly longer compared to the rest of the indices. Another thing I realized about the new OP is that the pin that holds all the hands in the center of the watch has a cap in the end which has a slight sloping effect which makes the hole smaller. whereas the older OP has a more angular effect which makes the hole slightly larger. I was told that in order for me to get one of these, I need to register myself on the interest list as they do not have available stocks now. The interest list is basically like a waiting list. I was told that in that particular AD, there were approximately 90 people before me who has already registered their interest. Now I'm not too sure if I need or can do anything else to bump myself up the list, but throughout the conversation I had with that gentleman, I was told that if I get other available models, I will be able to improve my profile. I'm not sure if there is a correlation to that. I'll just leave that to your interpretation. Anyway, I did put my name down for 2 colors. The Oyster Perpetual is supposedly the entry level of Rolex watches. In this case, at the time this video was made, the 41mm is retailed at 22,210 ringgit, which is obviously an increase from its predecessor. Having said that, it is a larger watch. Now, taking into account that there is a long waiting list and how funky this watch is, the watch is currently sold in the grey market at an exorbitant price. I mean, it's so good that it's so bad. You can kiss that entry-level title bye-bye. So, what's your view about the grey market? Is it okay for scalpers to do it so long there is a demand for it? Or, what's your view on the interest list? How do you think it works? Or, which color would you go for and why? Do share at the comments below and let's discuss this. There is no right and wrong answer, and it's okay to have differing views as long as we all love watches. Anyway, if you like this kind of video, please do support me by hitting that like, share and subscribe button, and I will really appreciate it and will promise to upload more videos like this. Until the next one, thank you for watching.